Good morning, people. It's me, Shelby. It is really early in the morning here, so I'm making a video. So if I sound a little funny or whatever, just keep in mind it is extremely early. It's about 5:30 in the morning here. Um, Reason why I'm making this video, I want to talk about um, the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis Antetokounmpo's situation, and talk about if he's going to resign with the Bucks or not. So I'm going to get into several things. ESPN and the sports media world and how they treat in this situation. I'm going to get into the NBA execs and see and just get into how they are seeing things with Giannis' situation as well as fans from the Milwaukee area, fans from the coastal cities like New York, LA, Oakland, San Francisco, Miami Heat, and even Toronto Raptors for that matter, and other teams that may be looking at this situation. I'm going to get into it, especially with fans from the Bay Area that think they have a shot at getting Giannis Antetokounmpo. So I'm getting believing that Giannis Antetokounmpo may sign with the Warriors. So I'm gonna get into all of that. But first, I want to talk about the ESPN and the other major sports networks and media outlets and how they're treating the situation. Um, I've lived in New York City, and now I'm back in Milwaukee. I was originally from Milwaukee, but I'm back, and I've been following the Bucks for quite some time. I love the city. I love the team. I love all the sports teams here in Milwaukee, including the Brewers. But anyway, ESPN to me has been instigating this situation as far as whether Giannis should leave or stay. But I think they know Giannis is likely to resign with the Bucks. I think they know this, but they keep dangling the carrot. They keep just trying to instigate to talk about this his situation with the Bucks. I believe that they want him to either be in New York City or LA because it brings more viewerships. They're big city markets, and they are keep bringing this home and hammering this home when they talk about the Bucks. They talk about the Bucks record and them being a really good team. They do that as well, but they also like to bring up Giannis' situation and instigate. And Giannis is not falling for it. I'm glad he's not getting baited by ESPN and the sports media world. He keeps saying he wants to be in Milwaukee. He's really bringing that point home every time that it is brought up to him. And I don't think he's half stepping at all with his answers. But ESPN keep trying to dangle the carrot, and I think ESPN and other sports media figures and networks are frustrated that Giannis is not falling for the bait. But they're going to keep yammering it home. Stephen A. Smith, others, Malika Andrews said something about his experience in the playoff game. And Giannis, he walked away from the podium, um, but still, I don't think he wants to get caught up in that game. So I think that he sees through it, and it doesn't. They don't get into it inside of his head, and I think it frustrates ESPN because they really want him to leave Milwaukee because Milwaukee is a major city in the United States. It is, but market wise, it is small. So it's a small market, and they would prefer if he's over in a big city market because due to viewership. So New York and LA would be it for them, as well as if it's not New York or LA, then you're looking at Chicago, Toronto, places like that, which I don't think Giannis is going to go to. Do you have Philadelphia, which he's not going to go to? Those are major big city markets. You have Dallas. You have Miami. Miami expressed some interest in Giannis. You have the Bay Area. Oakland, Golden State Warriors. They've also got some interest in Giannis. And those are big city market. And And so I think Giannis is seeing through that, and he's not letting that get inside of his head, and it's frustrating ESPN. And so I don't see him being bothered with that. Um, Now I'm gonna get into the NBA execs. As far as the NBA executives are concerned, like all of them, whether whether it's Miami's Pat Riley, I know he's trying to make some room just in case Giannis, decide to test the market. You have Oakland, San Francisco, with Golden State Warriors, and other executives throughout the league pretty much know that Milwaukee is going to resign Giannis. The NBA executives know this. It is a high probability that Giannis resigns with the Bucks. So they're not really trying to pursue him like that. But they are going to keep an eye on the situation until the end of this year, just to see where Giannis's head is, where his heart is. But they are pretty confident that he's going to end up resigning with the Bucks. Um, they know that he loves it there. They know that they have a winning organization. They know that they have a potential championship caliber team, and Giannis is not likely to leave. That is the perception of the NBA execs. They know pretty much they have no shot, but we'll still try to make room for, like Miami's really trying. Oakland might try to get in there, go to State Warriors, and try to make some room for him. But realistically, and I think a lot of people are not being realistic when they make these videos on YouTube, the NBA executives practically know that it is highly unlikely that he leaves and tests the market. They are expecting him to sign, so they're going to go in expecting that. But again, they're going to keep an eye on the situation to the end of the year. Now I'm going to get into the fans. The fans, especially from the Bay Area, are making a lot of videos on YouTube, and they're swearing up and down that Giannis is going to leave Milwaukee to go out there to Oakland, San Francisco, and play with the Warriors. And I think a lot of them are just in a wishful thinking mode. These are not realistic when they do these videos. They're not being realistic. I live in Milwaukee. We see Giannis out just flat out saying, I am not going to play out there. I'm not playing anywhere else but Milwaukee. So, and he's been very emphatic on saying this. He's bringing that point home, steadfast. So, and I don't see any evidence whatsoever of him wanting to play with the Warriors. I don't see it. So when I see a lot of people make these videos on YouTube, is definitely not with an objective view. They're not being objective. They're not being honest with themselves, and they're not being realistic. I just think that they're salivating at the mouth because they know he's a free agent, and Oakland is going to try to make room, the Warriors. And why not think that? I mean, you have Kevin Durant left. Giannis is a free agent. And Stephen Curry is, he's hurt. Klay Thompson's hurt. And I just don't. So they're trying to make videos like, oh, he may come over. He'll come over and leave Milwaukee, a small market team, come over here to a big market team, play with Steph Curry, play with Klay, and he'll love it over here. But I don't see Giannis doing that. I don't see no evidence of that. I don't see a shred of evidence of him showing or expressing interest in playing with Golden State. He's never said he wanted to be over there. He's never thought about Golden State. All he's expressed is he wanted to play for Milwaukee, and that's it. And I don't understand why people are not being realistic when they make these videos. It'd be one thing if they'll be like, well, maybe he'll come over. We'll see how when his season ends, and leave it at that. Then I can be like, okay, I can respect that kind of that view. But for them to be making videos and like, oh, Stephen Curry's going to come over, and I don't think if Milwaukee doesn't win the championship, he's going to leave. That's not what he said. You have no evidence of that. I think that Milwaukee has a winning organization, and Milwaukee's winning. They could potentially win the championship, and the team keeps getting better and better and better. What I'm stating is the objective truth. Okay, so I don't see Giannis leaving that situation. Milwaukee also has the money to give him a supermax deal, and like, I'm gonna keep bringing this home. They are a winning organization, so he's not gonna leave that situation. Just looking at it on the surface, everything's going right for him. Giannis loves the city. He loves the organization. Milwaukee was the only team. The Bucks were the only team to get him out of a rough situation over there in Greece. His loyal. He's very loyal. And some of the Warrior fans are bringing up the fact that Kevin Durant left, Anthony Davis left, and it's true, they did. But Giannis' situation is uniquely different. He doesn't have the mentality of Kevin Durant or Anthony Davis and others. He does not have that mentality. He doesn't even want to be in that game. And he said this. Anthony Davis left, Kevin Durant left. Giannis has said this. He does not. That's not his thing to be doing that. He works out by himself, and during the off season, Giannis doesn't work out with any other players. He works out by himself. He doesn't want to do it. So I just don't see the evidence there. And I'm not trying to say that he 100% would not go to the Warriors. I just don't see any evidence of any kind, not even a little bit, not even a shred of it, that he's going to end up there. And I just think that we all need to be honest with ourselves. It's a high probability, in my view, that he resigns with the Bucks. I think ESPN knows this, even though they keep dangling the carrot and he's not falling for it. I think that the NBA executives definitely know this, and they're not going to push the issue um, that he resigns with the Bucks. It's just the Warrior fans in particular um, that think he's going to come over there, and that he's not. He's not expressed any interest in playing for a big city market. And he said this. Giannis has said, "I'm not playing for a big city market at all. I don't want to do it. I want to play for the Milwaukee Bucks. I want to bring a championship to Milwaukee. And if other players want to come to Milwaukee, fine. But I am not going to go over to no other place other than Milwaukee." And he said this time and time and time and time again. And you guys are making videos on YouTube. They're good videos, but there's no objective truth. Okay, so and they're not realistic. So although I respect your videos, you need to be realistic and be honest with yourself. There's a high probability he resigns with the Bucks. So my prediction is, come the end of the summer, he resigns with the Bucks, even if they don't win a championship. And I know that Stephen A. instigating to get more viewerships and getting people's hopes up that if they don't win a championship, he's going to leave. I don't see that because I'm going based off Giannis' circumstance, where he loves the city, the team is getting better. He's not going to leave that situation to go to State Warriors and play second fiddle to Stephon Curry or Klay Thompson, or play second fiddle to people elsewhere. This is his team. He knows it. And they're just getting better and better and better. And I do foresee a championship for Milwaukee in the future if they continue to get better as a team. And they are doing that with the GM, John Horst, that they have, and other. He's been doing great. I don't see him leaving that situation. That's my prediction. He resigns with the Bucks. Peace and love, everybody.